you receive an award for ethics, does it do anything in terms of what you do with your life? And I think nothing changed for me in terms of did it change my behavior or my practices or what have you. What it did was it made me much more aware of the whole realm of ethics and trust and integrity in every aspect of the community, my job, my employees, colleagues, the things that I do, even with my family. I was much more sensitized to the criticality of ethics and trust and transparency just as a result of being a recipient. When I joined French, for example, because that was an immediate transition after I was a recipient of the Ethics in Business Award, I joined a company that was known for ethics and integrity and how to bring about change with so much changing in the marketplace in a way that did not undermine the culture of ethics, trust, and transparency. Because anytime you implement significant changes in a company, it can be easy to begin to lose that environment of trust and transparency and integrity. And so I was especially alert to that aspect in all that I introduced, coming in from the outside, never having been in that profession before. That was my number one focus, was how to protect this already deeply embedded culture of ethics, trust, and transparency. If I had to summarize what ethics in business means in this state or in this community, to me it's standard bearer. I think we try to have candidates and recipients who exhibit standard bearer-like capabilities and qualities in leadership so that you know that it's being perpetuated generation after generation after generation, which I think is a critical success factor for New Mexico. Keeping ethics at the forefront, in one respect, is a little easier today because we see in the global environment, we see in the national environment, we see in other realms where ethics is broken down. I think you could go to almost any sector, whether it's the media, religion, or business, government, politics. There are plenty of examples where ethics has broken down, and the resulting distrust that it tends to bring tends to generate an atmosphere of cynicism in many respects. And so having the conversation almost seems like it's a natural today. And I think forums like the Ethics in Business structure are ways to do that. I think the state has appointed now a new ethics commission, or beginning to do that. I think beginning to create ways for the community as a whole, for businesses, for others, to engage in that conversation much more openly and naturally, as just like we talk about customer service, like we talk about financial issues. The ethics ought to be just as much a part of that as any other thing that we talk about in our community.